Beautiful. All right. So listen, tell the world briefly uh, who you are and where you're from and a little bit of your background. Then we're going to get right into it. Okay?
Okay.
Cool. Let's
My
go.
name's Roxy Redstone from Texas, Dallas-Fort Worth area. I am a singer for many, many years, starting as a classically trained singer. I've been writing music my whole life. And I've done some country, I've done some rock and roll original music, and now apparently I'm being described as a soul, R&B soul singer, and it's also kind of
That's funny.
pop, I would
Yeah.
say.
Okay. Now, that part about you being classically trained, people are asking me a few questions, and I just want to clarify things right now. Okay. Now, when you say that you're classically trained, did you sing like opera? Did you do a classical music? What does that mean?
No, I didn't sing opera. That is an amazing gift to be able to sing opera. I sing classical music, which the difference is more choral. I can perform solos that are called arias. Now, that isn't necessarily operatic, okay? Classically trained, I always competed in high school singing things like Mozart,
Okay.
things like that. Poulenc, Bach, Beethoven,
Yeah.
and many other composers
All right.
in
Now-
a choral setting.
Okay, now, you're speaking a foreign language to most of my listeners, and because we're used to,
That's okay.
because we're used to like hip hop, R&B, or pop or rock. So when you're like a choral setting and you sing Mozart, we're thinking Mozart were just instrumentals, and if someone were to sing on them, it would be an opera, like an opera type of sound. So, break that down more for us.
Well, I'm an alto, which that basically means I'm a lower female voice. Now,
Okay.
I'm talking about this, but I am centered at this time in my life in the more pop and hip-hop. Hopefully you've heard my music. My style, because of the classical training, the way I pronounce my words, I suppose,
Yeah.
has a different bit of language styles, different accents from an array of German, just all the different languages, Italian, Latin,
Okay.
that I have sung in. So that's why my voice is a little bit different.
Yes.
Being classically trained just basically means I can read music.
Okay.
So-
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So I know I didn't mention this, but sometime tonight, you think you can give us a little sample of that classical type stuff going on, or you'd rather not? Hey, I'm
Sure.
Okay. Cool. All
I
right.
didn't expect that. You want me to sing
No.
some a classical aria?
No, listen. Hey, yes, it sounds like something that my listeners need to hear to get an understanding. However, you don't have
Okay.
to sing no. Listen, not a whole piece, and not right now.
No.
Let's just get into things. I just want you to relax, and we talk a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then as you're feeling calm and cool, we can jump into it. All right. So
Okay.
now, when did you start?
With music in general,
Yes, ma'am.
I think it was Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
Oh, she got
I've been
jokes.
singing since I was a very small child. I was Mary Poppins in kindergarten. In first grade, my teachers went to my mother and said, "Your daughter has vibrato." So after that, I went to Catholic school, and then I also started singing solos then. When I was in junior high and high school, I started to compete.
Wow.
I made state choir, which just like any other sport, I leathered in choir, and went on to be in an all-girl rock band. And I was
Okay.
about 20 at that time. After that, I had my own bands. I also play bass guitar with original music. And then when I turned 30, I moved into the wedding singer scene.
Nice.
So I've been in a lot of different genres. When you're a wedding singer, you pretty much have to sound like the original performer.
Yeah.
And my classical training really helped with that.
Beautiful.
But yeah, while we have the audience on the classical, before we move on from that, I will sing. Okay. There is an aria called Pietà Signore, okay, and it goes. That's the kind of classical stuff that I sing.
Oh, nice! I'm impressed.
Surprised?
Okay. Yeah, I'm impressed, surprised, and yeah, definitely. So, so we're going to get into your current songs right now.
Okay, yeah, that's probably a better, more interesting.
Yeah. So you sent me some music.
Sure. Yeah.
So the one currently that I have playing in the background is called "Get It Together." And I remember having a talk with you, like behind the scenes. You said that you scout the internet for beats and then you write songs to them?
That's right. I buy beats and then I download them and I write and I record. I have mic emulators. I do not do this in the studio. If I told you where I did it, you would laugh.
Hey, nope.
But yeah. But laughing's good, okay? Yeah. And I'll let you know how I do it, but first I want you to listen to it,
exactly.
See what you think.
Let's tell them later on, because I know. What made you transition to R&B? Like, how did that happen, and when did it happen?
I love all music. I absolutely adore all music. I've done country. I've done everything. I'm not a big. I have to tell you, I'm not a big country fan. But it was something that I thought was a little marketable. It was wound up being Americana music, and actually, I did fairly well with it under another name. But
nice.
I finally decided. I love Pink. I love Gwen Stefani.
Yeah.
I even like Britney Spears, okay?
Oh, you're funny. She said even.
I like Bonnie Raitt. I like a lot of different sounds. I love disco.
Yeah.
Okay? I love Earth, Wind, and Fire. I love all of that.
All right,
so when I started singing naturally with this music that I downloaded, I liked the beats, and it just came out. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah.
I just went with it.
Yeah, you are somebody that is hard to interview because I don't know what angle you're feeling or like where you're coming from currently. Even though you're doing this R&B stuff now, what is in your soul that makes you feel like I'm an artist? Like, what are you comfortable with?
What I'm doing now. I'll just keep it clear on that I am doing what feels right at this point in my life. I'm not a spring chicken, I mean, I'm a woman.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of good and bad things happen to me in my life. I've had all kinds of things happen to me, and I'm alive.
Yeah.
The rock and roll business is pretty hardcore.
Oh, of course.
I'll let you know that right now.
Yes.
So I stepped away from it for a while and got my head together, and I just picked the beats that I felt like I could dance to.
Okay, I feel you, because I know that we were speaking before, and do you have a difficulty dealing with the craziness that comes with being an attractive entertainer, female attractive entertainer? Like, I know you come across some psychos that text you crazy stuff and stuff like that, and in light of what is going on now with all of these sexual allegations, how do you deal with this?
Let me tell you what's frustrating about the whole thing is that I'd rather people go and listen to and buy and respect me as an artist.
I understand. Yeah.
Wound up with thousands of friends on Facebook, and instead of getting a lot of downloads and people buying it on Apple iTunes, I get a lot of lewd and crude instant messaging or whatever it's called.
Yes.
And that's kind of heart hardening and sad. I wouldn't say it's heart hardening because I do this for myself. I don't really care. It seems like the other musicians agree with me on this because I have made a lot of friends that are other artists. Most of them are hip hop artists, and I feel like the hip hop crowd has accepted me with open arms, wide open arms, and a lot of them are impressed with the fact that I'm not white. I'm Jewish. I'm a mix, Jewish and white mix. I'm different, a little different, but I have been received, I suppose.
Well,
now, with that being said, everybody who is not an artist seems to not understand where I'm coming from, which is what I'd like to really do, is to just get the music out there.
Yes.
And being an attractive female, life in general can kind of be a challenge, I guess I have to say. So the thousands of fans, if I could convert them to understanding that I'm a real artist, not just Sexy Roxy.
Exactly. Sexy Roxy.
Yeah.
Sexy Roxy Redstone. But listen, I totally feel what you're saying. And didn't I say this to you when because I contacted you? I was like, I'm very intrigued by your look, because I was not expecting your look when I heard your song. I was like, wait a minute, what the hell's going on here? And then I said to you, I hope you're ready for the psychos out here who are going to be hitting you up in no regards to the music. You know what I mean? So just want you to be able to deal with that. And the third thing is, you can have 2 million followers. When it comes to them spending money, it's a totally different story. So I just want you to know it's nothing personal. That's just the way it is in this business. But I'm going to tell you a way to counter that. It's something called streams. People now can listen to your music and you'll still get paid for it, even if they don't even purchase it. It's called streaming. So put up your links to your Spotify. Put up your links to your Tidal. Put up your links to your Pandora so they can stream your music. Then if they listen to it, you'll still get money. So that's how you counter that. Yeah, I'm just giving you some advice on that part. All right.
Well, actually, I'm tracking all those things. So yeah, I do have an aggregator. I am on Spotify. I'm not on Pandora yet, but that kind of unfolds slowly. I'm still brand new at this project. This project is a baby. So I think it's been out like maybe a month and a half, maybe 2 months, and the promotion aspect of it is just, the whole thing is me, myself, and I. And then I'm gathering allies such as yourself along the way.
Yes. Now listen to this though. It's 1 month out. Artists do not realize when they send their songs for distribution, it takes up until at least 1 year. 1 year for all of the digital stores to report your earnings. So so like iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play, those people are very quick. They start reporting their earnings after 3 to 6 months. Other places might take a year. So say you get like $25 for this month. That doesn't mean that's all that you sold. That means that's only the stores that reported for that quarter. So don't be discouraged and just keep it moving. All right. For those of you that are just tuning in.
For me.
Okay.
So it's good.
Got you. So for those of you that just tuned in, we have Roxy Redstone on the line. And she is classically trained, currently doing hip-hop, R&B sound. But this song right here is Get It Together. So, we can't really put you into a box because your sound is so, it's so wide range and it's so diverse. What is Get It Together about?
Okay, so my man, when he's out and about, he likes to get in a bad mood sometimes when he doesn't eat, okay? Now, it's so bad that I almost kicked him to the curb, okay? So I was sitting at home, and he was having a bad day, and he wasn't being very nice to me, which I have him trained back on the nice track now, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
But I said, you need to get it together before you come home, is what I said. And I thought, hey, that sounds good for a song. Get it together before you come home. You know, and I was in a bad mood because of it. So my lovely, my darling is a little passive aggressive, actually.
Okay.
So, and, you know, it's just like, count me out of all this junk you're throwing my way. I don't want to have anything to do with it, so you need to get it together.
All right.
That's what that song's about.
That's what's up. So, do you usually come up with songs like that, or do you just sit down and just write, or do you base most of your songs on experiences like that one?
Experiences.
That's beautiful.
Definitely experiences. I improvise when I write. I just record it and sing the first thing that comes into my head. And then I power write the lyrics.
She said power write the lyrics. You are 2017 for me as a DJ owner operator doing this. I've came across a lot of artists, seen a lot of artists, heard of a lot of artists, interviewed a bunch of artists, but you are still intriguing to me because I cannot figure you out. I don't understand it. But we're going to get deeper into this interview. And since I have you on the line, I want you to Get It Together.
All right. This is Get It Together by Roxy Redstone.
On the DJC Radio Global.
Count me out of your wild suspicions. Stop and say that you're sorry. For an arrogant stare, I am human. This is a real bad situation. Peace be with you, I will say 'cause I love you. I can feel it coming back. What is this? Was all my imagination? I don't think so. Before you come back, I'll say, get together before you come home, my darling. Get together before you come home, my love. say that you're sorry for an arrogant stare. Oh, I am human. This is a real bad situation.
Dope track right there. Really, 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 really feeling that. Roxy Redstone, you're still there, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, the chorus, I noticed that you have a certain unique style with your words. It's like you don't pronounce the entire word. Is that on purpose?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
I get that a lot. People don't understand my accent.
Exactly.
And that lends to the different styles of music. I've sung every single style of music from jazz to gospel to, of course, the classical, as we discussed. So I'm not on purpose.
Oh,
when I sing,
really?
It just sounds the way it sounds. I don't understand it myself. So.
Ooh, because you said get it together, like you didn't pronounce the entire word together, and I thought you just did that as a
yeah.
You see,
Yeah.
nice, but
Interesting. See, I don't even notice it. Yeah,
but that's dope as hell. That's what makes you stand out more, and that was a definitely dope track right there. And it's weird because I've only been playing "Be a Woman." I haven't even been playing that track, but after this interview, I'm going to start playing that more. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, talk.
I thought of another thing that maybe helps understand why that there's a soul hip hop aspect to what I'm doing now. Okay. When I was a little girl, I learned how to sing also watching TV shows that had gospel theme songs like the Jeffersons' Good Time.
Oh, wow. Are you kidding me? Beautiful.
So I grew up good times. I grew up like that.
Yeah. Very interesting.
That explains that more. I just had to throw that in. So.
All right. Now, what makes Roxy Redstone ticks? Like, what makes you happy? What keeps you going throughout the day and throughout your life?
I'm a very athletic person. I love to help people. I work in a hospital also. I love to entertain. What I don't like is having to put myself in some sort of conformity box. So I put myself in positions to where I can be myself and not have to worry about what other people think about me because, I'm going to get fired, or, I'm going to be this, or, I'm going to be that. So I'm about freedom.
Yeah.
My own personal freedom. So I've learned to box. I'm a fighter also. I love to fight in a ring. I haven't done it for a short while.
Yeah.
But, if it's something you say I cannot do, I will do it.
Yeah.
That's what makes me tick.
Got you.
If it's something that is a great outlandish feat,
yes,
I will do it.
Got you.
So,
born and raised in Texas, right? Born and raised in Texas?
Born and raised in Texas, yes, and I'm proud of that, actually.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
you should be. Mm-hmm. So were you raised in a diverse town or city or a small town or what?
Small town. It's grown. It's really grown, and it's becoming diverse.
Yeah.
There were, I grew up riding horses and things like that, stereotypical things, and all the farms and feed stores and all of that have kind of turned into big, huge mansion houses now. I live on the border of one of the richest neighborhoods in the world, actually. Or not the world, the United States. It used to be Beverly Hills.
Okay.
Now we have places like South Lake. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
Okay.
But, so I live right on the border of all those towns. So it's kind of nice because I can just cross the border and go shopping in their towns if I want to spend that much money, which I don't have.
Yeah.
But I live in a pretty cool place.
Beautiful.
Nestled. Yeah.
Real estate in Texas is like compared to the like the rest of the nation, is very inexpensive. So I know they probably have some huge houses out there, some estates.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
the
I can
property
imagine.
value too is incredible.
I can imagine, and that's going to all change soon because real estate is like the best thing in America. It's so expensive in New York City here. I can't believe it's legal. Like there should be caps. There should be caps because people can't survive.
Yeah, I have my political side, so I ran for city council of my hometown at one point, and they made me a city official.
Oh.
So I know all about that stuff,
Exactly.
property taxes, and
Got you.
the way it rolls around that sort of thing. And it, just so you know, it has nothing to do with being Democratic or Republican. It has to do with your local government is not a paid position, and it's volunteer. So.
Okay.
Just
now,
so you know.
you have several different aliases, and I'm going to call them aliases because I think you hide behind your names.
Mm-hmm.
Currently,
Hide behind them. Yeah, I don't want anybody to know my real name because...
Yeah, I got you.
Of course it's a stage name. Of course it is. Roxy Redstone. That just describes who I am when it comes to this music, yeah.
Okay, so why Roxy Redstone when it comes to the hip-hop and R&B side? Why is that?
Roxy Redstone, I think of a jewel. I think of a ruby. Yeah. And I want to be a jewel. Mm. And it rocks and it rolls. It's Roxy Redstone.
Okay.
I absolutely love it. Sounds kind of like a roller derby queen, It could be anything.
Roller derby queen.
It could be a tough chick.
I remember those days. I used to watch that on television. Now, what are some of your other aliases? Or AKAs.
I don't really do those anymore. So I was popular in another Americana genre, but I like to leave that alone. Okay. I'm Roxy. Yeah. But that's a good question.
Yeah. Roxy, we talk behind the scenes. So I said when we get on the air, I'm asking you everything that I always felt. So I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I'm one of those empowered women. I can say yes, no, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your accent is just so delightful. I love your accent. It sounds like a real Texan accent, like you have a hat on and you're sitting on the top of a horse right now or whatever, and you're just doing an interview.
Really?
Yeah.
I sound Texan?
Yeah,
see,
you
I
do.
Don't see it.
You do. You sound You sound southwestern. Yes. But it's all good.
Interesting.
That's why when these people, when the world hear this next song, because the world is tuned in heavy tonight. It's like thousands of people tuned in, like places I've never even seen before. So maybe they're all here for you. I don't know. Like,
yeah,
I
would love
serious. That. We have a part of Louisiana I can't even pronounce. We have Orlando, Florida. We have Oklahoma City, Loves Park, Illinois, Illinois, Georgia. We have Texarkana, Texas. We have India. We have Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Salt Lake City, McLean, Virginia, Powell, Tennessee, India. I think they're definitely tuned in for you. I see a lot of Indian posts on your Facebook page. What is up with that?
I don't know. I have no idea. I just started getting people of all walks of life, which I think is beautiful. I work in a hospital, like I said, which is a very multicultural job.
Yeah.
Most of the people I work with are Vietnamese, African, Indian. So I'm very comfortable with everybody in the world.
Gotcha.
It's just how you have to be and who you have to be. I have my own culture, but I am part of a huge melting pot.
Exactly.
So for that to be the case is just beautiful. I love it.
Exactly. Yeah, I know that you're embracing it definitely. But when I first met you, I thought you had some Middle Eastern in you. Do you have any Middle Eastern in you?
No, my dad's side is all the way back to England, and my mother's side is Jewish and Irish, actually.
Okay. All right. So listen, tell the world how they can get in touch with you and you know, where can they find your songs, your information, all that good stuff?
Okay. Well, you can always look at my Facebook page, Roxy Redstone. I would love to get instant messages for you to messenger me. I'm always looking at that, and I do respond to people who have legitimate questions for me. On Spotify, SoundCloud, but I also am for sale on Apple, on iTunes, and several other different places. If you want to get in touch with me and really touch base, I highly recommend looking up Roxy Redstone on Facebook and getting in touch with me that way. I have a promotional website, but you really can't get a hold of me that way.
Okay.
I'm pretty open book right now. The door is wide open to anyone who wants to communicate with me. In fact, I'd love it.
Oh, wow. You don't know what you just did. Okay, what's the name of your current project?
It's just Roxy Redstone. It's 4 songs. They're on YouTube. And I actually did all the production myself, and then I sent it over to Germany and had it mixed and mastered and sent back to me.
Okay.
So it's just my baby. It's my project. It's me. I sit at home alone and do this. Nobody else is involved.
Gotcha.
Until it gets mastered. Dragonda Tracks is the name of who I use in Germany.
Okay.
So,
all right, now since we're almost at the end of the interview, can you tell the world how you put your vocals on your tracks?
With my cell phone.
Guys, did you hear that? Say it again, Roxy.
And if you don't believe me, I'll tell you how to do it. But it's not as easy as it sounds.
Yes.
I have a bunch of apps that I've learned how to launder through Dropbox. I have a lot of studio experience, and I have some really great headphones, and I have really great monitors that are Bluetooth that I use. And I actually do all the EQ, compression.
On your phone?
And yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I've made it work.
Guys.
Like I said, I mean, I'm the type of person, if I want to make something work, I will make it work. And I've been blessed. God has blessed me with an ear for these things. So I just feel blessed.
All
and
right.
the gentleman over in Germany, Michael, he, Dragonda Tracks, he just made it radio ready and perfect.
So that place is called what track? Say that other word slowly, please.
Dragonda, Dragonda Tracks.
Dragonda
And he does
Tracks.
mixing and mastering. It's not expensive either. You can look him up on Facebook.
Oh, that's what's up. Thank you so much for dropping all this knowledge. And yes, she recorded her vocals on her phone. I didn't want to tell you guys that until she told you. And this is Roxy Redstone. Now, where do you see yourself? Not where do you see yourself only, but where do you want yourself to be 5 years from now?
I want to be making music. I want to continue to make music. I want to make people happy. I'd love to build relationships with people. I'd love to have fans. Everybody wants fans. People to appreciate them. I want to help other musicians that are just starting out and let them know how I got to where I am. I like to be of service to other people. So as I grow older, hopefully I'll grow wiser, and people may want to seek my help on getting themselves further in the industry. I love to teach. I'm into education. I want my music to make it on terrestrial radio, on digital radio. I want to get more interviews like I have with you, which is beautiful, and I thank you so much for that. That's where I want to be. I want to be continuing to make music and even write music for other people, if that be the case.
Got you. Is this your first interview?
No.
Okay, good.
With Roxy, it is, yes.
Oh, you see, that's what drives me crazy, and that's what actually draws me to you. She's like, with Roxy, my other alter ego. No, I love it. I love it. I love it.
With Roxy, yes.
Okay.
This is Roxy.
Okay, Roxy. Thanks for having me, Roxy. I love it. So we spoke about how they can get in touch with you. We spoke about you got 4 tracks on the Roxy Redstone album. And if you can collab with anyone in the industry or not in the industry, because I noticed that you don't have any collabs with like anybody, whatever. If you can't collab with a singer, a rapper, or whomever, who do you have in your mind?
Off the top of my head, Eminem.
Cool.
What?
Nothing. No, I didn't say nothing.
Probably an old school rapper. I don't know.
No, yeah, I was checking something.
Know.
Okay, cool. So Eminem, so he would be the rapper. If it was a singer, who would it be?
Gwen Stefani.
Ooh.
Or Pink. But see, the thing is Pink would blow me away. I would be just like, I would probably want to team up with. I like Gwen Stefani. I think she and I are about the same age. She's a little older than me, actually.
Oh, wow.
I think it'd be hot.
Yeah, Pink would probably come in doing some flips up on some cables and something like that. And Pink,
I would do that.
Pink is insane at her shows. She comes from the top of the rafters doing flips and she sings live while she's doing it. Pink is a phenomenal performer and gets no credit for it. She needs to get more credit. Yeah, but Roxy, so I asked you about the collabs, I asked you about your tracks and all that stuff. How long do you think you will be Roxy Redstone?
I don't want to be anything else right now. I think Roxy is who I am. And the reason why is because I'm not trying to be something I'm not. And Roxy can sing any kind of music she wants. It doesn't have to be a genre. I can freestyle. I know how to freestyle a little bit. I can rap a little bit. I've done some of that. It's not out, but I can do whatever I want. And that's why I create. That's the creation. That's the creativity behind it. Is that I'm at a point in my life where I don't need to do anything except for what I like, and if hopefully somebody else likes it too and can relate to my music.
So Roxy is like equivalent to Beyonce, Sasha Fierce.
Fierce? I've been called fierce.
Yeah, because Sasha Fierce can do anything. She gets that energy and she just feels free. I'm so happy that you embraced the calling and you actually don't feel like you have to do what your probably peers, people from your area that you were born and raised in would like for you to do. I'm really impressed that you're just like, okay, I'm Roxy Redstone right now. This is me, and I'm going to do what the hell I want to do. And speaking of that, that song right here that drew me to you. This is called "Be a Woman." Tell us about that.
Well, the cool part about this song is that I think we all have our manic depressive side. Some days we're like all hyper, and some days we're all this way, and we all have a little crazy in us. And that's what this song is about. It's being a woman. I can do this and I can do that. I can laugh crazy. I can cry crazy. I can do whatever I want because I'm a woman, and I'm empowered as a woman. And I can go out and wear whatever I want. I can do what I want. And it has to do with opposites within the same person. Just because you're one person doesn't mean that you can't have different facets of your personality and love all of it.
Exactly, and that's like emotional, and like somebody in the chat room said, that's like hormones. So like your balance and whatever is going on. That's what Karen said. So you can scream at Karen later on. All right, so
I like it.
Yeah, so we're gonna get into your joint, "Be a Woman," but I just want to know, like, what is your goal? Do you want to sign with a major label, or do you want to stay independent? What you want to do?
I think I'd like to stay independent, but I'd like to stay at home, have my life, and get online and see that I have fans.
Yeah.
I don't want to tour. I don't want to do any of those things unless I get to the point where my fans really would like to see me live. And if other people could sponsor and support a tour, I would do that. Yes. But right now, it's like eating an elephant. You just have to take it one bite at a time. And I've learned the hard way that you can't over-expect things in life. You kind of have to be realistic with goals. So right now, I want to keep looking at my Facebook and keep looking at my social media and see it grow with people liking it and watching it. And that's what makes me happy right now.
Okay, and I'm quite sure eventually they are going to want to see you perform live, touch you, talk to you, get autographs from you. So just, be prepared for that also.
Well, I can dance and do all those things. I don't think I can fall from wires, but I can definitely do choreography. So I got it. I got it down.
Beautiful. I know you got this covered.
I can work it.
I know you got this covered. And there you have it. We have the one Roxy Redstone on DJC Radio Global, and she broke it down for us. I hope you guys that are fans of her. I hope that I broke it down and I asked enough questions for you guys, things that people want to hear. And I didn't want to get it too deep, but that's I'm gonna save that for the next interview. But I want you to introduce this song. It's called "Be a Woman."
All right. This is Roxy Redstone's female empowerment song, "Be a Woman."
And what's it about? Did I share it already?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's about being whatever you want to be.
That's right.
Manic depression, crazy, happy.
I love you, Roxy. God bless it. Thank you so much for being on the show. All right?
Thank you.
All right, peace. So this is Roxy Redstone. This right here is called "Be a Woman."
Got a satellite pointed at me, well, I'm fully assembled, ready to go. Well, I can be a woman, I can be a
the very beautiful and talented Roxy Redstone.